It's May 28th, 2024, and we haven't heard anything on the new 323.2 Evo patch that was talked about last week. We do, however, have a 323.1a patch that is being tested in the PTU. It will be running the Jumptown Dynamic event until 11 p.m. Central or 4 a.m. UTC. The main testing focus of this patch is for stability, performance, and bug fixing, with CIG also drawing attention to the focus on Xenothreat and some exploit updates. I'm hopeful for the exploits being patched because I'm pretty sure they are a big contributing factor to servers running poorly during the later half of Invictus launch week. Wikipedia posted in Star Citizen testing chat that hacks and exploits are generally not talked about what fixes were and when they were fixed, which makes sense as to not attract attention to them. This patch has highly anticipated changes to the Firebird and Retaliator, where the Firebird will go from having 12 missiles to 24, and an increased emissions reduction from 20% to 40%. I still don't know if this is enough for me to want to pick one up, but maybe it's enough for some of you. The upgrade I'm really looking forward to seeing is the Retaliator moving from size 2 guns on all turrets to size 3s. I think this is going to make it a great ship to take out for HRTs and ERTs, if you have it fully crewed. For known issues in this build, we still have a few carrying over from 323.1. The new player experience has objectives that can be soft-locked if the player leaves the bed before the mission updates. I usually stand and wait until I see the mission objectives change in the top right corner of the screen before trying to move on to the next area. Player corpses are still not despawning at Grimhex, as well as there are no female AI around Loreville. Internal transit elevators can still show up without the doors opening or have no carriage, and multiple transit networks can desync off course. Pyro Jump Point Station can have issues while trying to refuel, repair, rearm, and elevators aren't working there as well. For new issues, Echo Isle, which is the new Hurston Jumptown location, is missing. There's also an issue where ship warning and alert text is very difficult to read. This is what appears when you service your ship and it tells you not to lift off the pad. At distribution centers, the security elevator has a visibility issue as well as missing collision. For weapons, the only known issue is one where reloading from your backpack can cause your magazine to become invisible. There's also a bug where the Scorpius Antares is unable to activate its EMP, and the Reclaimer Claw cannot deploy due to a power required error message. The workaround for the Reclaimer is to press the power button a second time, and then you should be able to operate it. For Arena Commander, friendlies in Squadron Battle can appear as enemies, and in Pirate Swarm, players can be unable to spawn or choose deployment after the match countdown starts. The last known issue is related to all maps of Grav Race, which can launch players off the track by hitting bumps or hills. Moving on to bug fixes, we have some issue council bugs that are marked as fixed in 323.1a, starting off with an issue causing 30k disconnects when loading into the PU, which is star C 110129. There's also a fix for the exit or get up prompt from some beds, which is star C 108578, and destroying illegal probes from the Halt Illegal Surveillance mission would give players a crime stat, which is star C 110004. The last fix with an issue council tag is the multi-tool tractor beam attachment forces weapon sensitivity depending on lifted weight, star C 111034. Looking at the report, if you tried to lift a very large object, your mouse sensitivity would drop, and when the tractor beam was turned off, sensitivity wouldn't reset. There was also a fix to the Retaliator where players would suffocate in certain areas of the ship, and they fixed precision targeting gimbal mode being active without being in precision mode. The last two fixes were to AI reacting to non-hostile players firing, causing them to not get an attention target, and a fix to visuals on shields where the shield effect did not play correctly. CIG also fixed 5 client crashes, 1 server crash, along with fixing an out-of-system memory client crash. At the time of this recording, CIG have updated the message of the day stating that the PTU build will be shutting down due to instability and that they will try again tomorrow for a Wednesday build. If you have made it this far, I hope you found this useful, and I'll finish off with a quick rant about the duping exploit. With the rise of people selling alpha UEC, I have noticed a lot more people abusing dupe bugs. I have nothing against people buying UEC from a third party because that just comes with the territory of MMOs. Even CIG has warned against it because it's subject to getting wiped, but spend your money how you will. What I do find frustrating is that this bug is more than likely responsible for some of the server performance issues, and it is affecting players trying to enjoy the game. This Invictus launch week was one of the smoothest I've played in a while until people started duping. This made it very difficult for players to progress through the tutorial, since there was a drastic delay in the new player experience markers updating or breaking in general. I had to walk quite a few people through the basics after they were forced to abandon the tutorial. Like I said earlier, hopefully this patch will bring some much needed changes, and once Invictus launch week ends, we will get to see some more server improvements. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.